Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan and today's video I'm going to be reviewing a foundation which I have on my face right now, which is none other than the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Longwear Illuminating Foundation. This retails for around 1,120 rupees on Nykaa, but you can definitely get it on sale. It's right now on sale for about 25%, which is around 940 rupees. But I got this when there was a better sale, like flat 40% off or something like that, and I got it for around 700 something rupees, which is a really good deal. So just look out for the right kind of discounts to buy this foundation in case you are planning to. So you get about 28 ml of product in this, and this is made in China. The packaging of this foundation, it comes in this kind of a plastic packaging and it has a pump, which I think a lot of people would appreciate. Now coming to the shades available, there are about 16 shades available in this foundation, which is really good. I don't think there's any other brand in India that offers these many foundation shades, but it can also be really confusing given that you have so many options and you don't know which one suits you. So if you have a Nykaa store nearby, go and get yourself shade matched. But if you're planning to buy this online, you can probably check out some websites like Temptalia or some other website where you can key in some standard foundation that you have, like Maybelline Fit Me or something, and get yourself shade matched in this foundation. I will try linking few sites like that where you can get yourself shade matched. Or if you found a YouTuber who has a similar skin tone as you, then you might wanna see their shade recommendation if they've bought this foundation, and just judge it for yourself, like if it's matching them properly or if it's too white for them, and then kind of making a guess. Even if you do buy the wrong shade, don't worry. If it's too light, you can bronze up your skin and all that, and some of the foundations actually oxidize. Or if you've bought a shade or two darker than your skin tone, you can probably use a foundation which is a little bit light and kind of mix and match. But if you find that that technique alters the finish that this foundation gives, then LA Girl offers a white foundation, which I think is also available on Nykaa, but pretty much sold out all the time. You can buy that and adjust your shade according to your choice. So now coming to the shade that I'm in the shade Warm Beige, which I find is a little too dark for me. I mean, it's a little too orange for my liking. So if you are like similar skin tone as me, like I'm NC 4042 in MAC. So if you are similar skin tone as I am, then I would recommend going for a shade or two lighter. Now that I'm a little bit tan, it is okay, not that bad, but earlier when I used this, I could see a stark difference between my neck and my face. So that's the reason I am recommending a shade lighter. So yeah, now coming to the consistency of this foundation, it is very runny. The consistency is almost similar to Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Polish, but the finish that it gives is completely different. Like the Maybelline one is a little more demi matte finish, but this one is dewy. So now with that being said, let me go to the application process. As you can see in the demo, on the left side of my face, I've used a Real Techniques buffing brush, and on the right side of my face, I used a sponge. This is the YBP sponge. And now if you're gonna ask me which one I like the most, like which kind of application I like the most, I honestly can't tell a difference between the two. I find that both of this gives the exact same finish and coverage. So it totally depends on the way you like to apply your foundation. It's all personal preference. In the demo, I used 2 pumps of this for my entire face and neck, and that gives somewhat like a light to light medium coverage. If you want to build the coverage and make it somewhat medium or a little bit more, you can add a few more pumps, and that would give you like medium to pretty good coverage. So if you have pigmentation like I do, I have it around my mouth, and I find that it kind of covered it up really well. I can't see the darkness peeking through like it does with other foundations which are like light to light medium coverage. For reference, the Maybelline Fit Me, it doesn't cover up the darkness around my mouth. I have to use a concealer, but today I didn't use a concealer at all on my face, and I find that it kind of really covered it up pretty well. And even my under eye circles, I do have dark circles, little bit intense. I do wish to go over it with a concealer, which I didn't today because I wanted to show you guys how it looks, and it does cover it up pretty well. So if you are someone who doesn't like using concealer and all those like too many products on your face, and you just want your foundation to do everything for you, you can definitely use it underneath your eyes and dab it on, and it would give a good finish. So since it's way too dewy for my liking, I had to set it with a powder. This is the Maybelline Super Fresh Compact, and this is a compact I use pretty much every single day, so I use this to set it all over my face. So when I first set my foundation with this powder, it did like mattify it a little bit, take off all that extra dewiness, extra oily look on my face, and kind of mattified it. But it's been around 45 minutes to 1 hour since I last set my face, and I can already see dewiness peeking through around like this part of my face. So if you don't like that, you have to use a better compact, something that can mattify your face for a longer time rather than using something like this. And I have normal skin and I've never seen myself this dewy. In terms of coverage, it is pretty good. Like if you build it up, it's pretty good coverage. With that being said, if you have dark acne spots or severe pigmentation, this wouldn't cover that up for you. So you have to either color correct it or use full coverage concealer to conceal that. So if you're just looking for a foundation that can do that, this is not the one for you. Now, if you have some kind of texture or very large visible pores on your skin, you might want to avoid this foundation because of the dewy texture of this foundation. It's gonna highlight that. Like you would never even know certain things on your face were present until you use this foundation, and it does sort of settle on to my smile lines. It kind of like builds up in that place, which never happens to me with any other foundation. It's just this. And also if you have peach fuzz, which a lot of us have, it will settle onto it. Like you can see the product settling onto it. It's not that visible for me right now, but when I did try this out the other day, I could see that kind of build up. In terms of applying more product on your face, like if you want to go ahead with a bronzer, a highlight, a blush and all that, you can definitely go ahead. It doesn't alter the texture of the product applied on top of this. Again, who would I recommend this to? If you have dry skin, you can definitely go ahead with this foundation. I think you would really like it because you're too used to something that looks too cakey and powdery on your face, and this foundation might be a lifesaver for you. But if you have normal skin, you might want to use a moisturizer that is a little bit mattifying and not too dewy. And be it dry or normal skin, you have to set this foundation because it's very tacky and it might transfer on to products that you have near your face, like say for example a phone. Now let me just check. Hello. Can you see? I set my face and it still does transfer onto my phone. It could be the compact's problem, but use a good compact and check it for yourself. Now coming to all the people who have oily skin or combination skin. If you have combination skin, oily T-zone or something like that, you might want to carry a blotting powder or a mattifying powder with you on the go if you're going to be wearing this, because you're going to be looking dewy in just like 1 hour after application. That happened to me. Like I have normal skin and it happened to me. So I have to carry around a compact if I'm going to be wearing this out. And if you're someone with like really oily skin, I would highly recommend that you stay away from this foundation because it might not be the one for you. You might end up looking really greasy or have a makeup meltdown even. Now coming to the weather conditions I would recommend this for is sometime when it's not very hot and humid outside, probably during the winter months and during the cooler months. If you are in a closed environment with AC on and all that, then it's fine. Now with all that being said, let's just quickly go through the claims of this foundation. Medium to full coverage, absolutely. Smooth, long wearing, flawless looking foundation. Smooth, yes. Flawless looking, okay, somewhat. I mean, it doesn't necessarily look natural on the skin, but it doesn't look too cakey and made up. And the long wearing part, how long do I think this foundation would stay put on your skin? For me, I have worn this for about 6 hours and it didn't wear out weird and it didn't look bad or anything of that sort. So it is kind of long wearing, but if you are expecting to wear it throughout the day, I don't know how it lasts. I've never worn this for like 9 hours straight or for a very long period of time. So yeah, would I recommend this to you guys? With all the points that I've mentioned before, yes, to certain people. And what do I think about the price point? The price point that it is available in India is a little pricey. So you might want to get hands on this foundation when there's a good sale going on. I think it's a good product for the price, and I think I would appreciate it more during the cooler months. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Do comment down below and let me know if you've already tried this foundation and if you like it or not. And don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.